it's Jackie. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a special book that I just finished last night. That book being Duet by Victoria Schwab. So I finished it last night. I'm currently doing a reading vlog of this week, and I literally got destroyed by this ending. I wasn't planning on doing a book talk about it, but honestly I love this series and kind of like this book so much that, you know what, I'm deciding to do a book talk about this book. It's kind of making me regret not doing a book talk about the first one because you guys don't really see like my opinion about the first one and then this one. You know what, it's gonna be okay because I will explain a little bit how I felt about the first book and then going into the second book. Okay, so all these videos I've been talking about how I liked so much that Kate and August didn't kind of like get together in the first book. In this book, we go through the point of view of both August Flynn and Kate Harker. At the end of the last book, we kind of got to see like an explosion of things. Kate Harker killed her dad, August Flynn killed Salone, at least that's what we thought, and then they kind of split directions. August had gone back to Verity, and Kate kind of went to Prosperity. Really weird town names, but you know what, it's okay. So Prosperity is a town that has absolutely no monsters, and it's kind of just like this place where there's like a normal life, I guess. And in Verity, there are these monsters. There are three types of monsters. There are Malachi, Corsai, and Sunai. I think that's how you pronounce them. So a Malachite in our world is kind of like a vampire. So they have like dark gray translucent skin with fangs and red eyes. So these monsters are born when someone is like a sinner and they have like a red soul and they like kill someone. So when someone commits a crime, like their soul kind of like makes this monster called a Malachi, kind of like, you know, a vampire, like I said. So those are the Malachi. The Corsai, I honestly don't remember how Corsai are made. You know what, I'm actually gonna look in the first book to see if I can like find anything. Honestly, I couldn't find how Corsai is made, but it's kind of like a monster that eats absolutely everything of a person. So they're kind of, I almost want to compare them to a werewolf, but that's not even close to what they are. So they're like this beast of a monster that is constantly eating everything of a human. So all these monsters can only hunt at night because like sunlight weakens them and kills them. So it's kind of like the worst time to go out is at night, even though there are like street lights and just there are a lot of things that are wrong with this world. The third monster that I had told you guys was a Sunai, which is what August Flint is, and they are kind of like the reapers of the world. They reap on people that have red souls, aka the sinners. So when they kind of play an instrument, and every single Sunai has like a different instrument, they kind of like raise their soul out of a person's body to see if it's red or white, and if it's white, they kind of just let them go, and if it's red, they reap the person and the soul, which means that person is gone forever. No monsters can be made from their decisions. Well, I guess again. How a Sunai is made is when there's like a mass, I'm not gonna say like a mass, okay, we'll say a massacre. Let's say there's a giant massacre in like a building or something, and there is a bunch of sinners with red souls, and there's like an innocent. So let's say an innocent is killed from like this mass thing, and that is when a Sunai comes up and kind of like is made. Sunai are made from innocent people that die pretty much, and that there's not a lot of Sunai because it's so rare in this world to have an innocent person. So in the original book there was only 3 Sunai. It's Isla, god, what is his name? I don't understand. I just read this last night. I don't know why I literally cannot remember any of anyone's names. Ugh. Leo was the second one. Okay, so all 3 of the Sunai in the first book were Isla, Leo, and August. Those are the only 3. You know, I'm kind of like summing up the first book, but I'm not. I'm kind of just explaining the world to you guys, and then I'm gonna kind of get into the book talk a little bit more. As you can see, since there was only 3, they're kind of more rare to make, as in like there's thousands of Malachi and Corsai. So just keep that in mind when I start talking about this book. You know what? I'm actually gonna start talking more about this specific book. So like I said, Kate had gone to Prosperity and August had gone back to Verity. Verity is now in a war with Salone that had actually survived. Salone is now the king of monsters, and they're kind of at a war with the FTF, which is kind of like the agency that the other like side of Verity is running. So they're kind of like the protective agency that help people like stay safe. But now in this world, everyone does not have a choice. They are all in the FTF. So Verity is split into the like two halves, the north side and the south side, and I think it's the south side is what FTF is run by, or that's where like they live. So they're having human beings that are trying to escape the north side join the FTF, saying if you want asylum here on our side, you have to join our cause, which they all mostly do. At the beginning of the book, we kind of go through Kate's point of view and notice that there's a new monster that is made. Actually, there's more like two monsters that are made. Kate is kind of turned into this monster hunter in Prosperity. It's kind of easier to hunt monsters there because there's not so many. The biggest monster that she has to deal with in Prosperity is called a Heart Eater. They hunt down people and kill them and eat their hearts. So that's pretty much the monster that she's been hunting down. And all of a sudden one day she goes through this massacre of people that just turn on each other and are just killing each other. And it turns out there's this new monster that's made of a shadow that turns, I guess, anger in on itself. He's kind of like a mirror monster. And when Kate had a glimpse at this monster, she thought she was looking into like a mirror. And so now throughout this book, she kind of has like this infection of this monster inside of her, where half of her eye is silver, which is like the cause of the madness. And she's kind of fighting it throughout the entire book. Now switching over to August's point of view. So August is now the head of the FTF, where kind of like his father was, or his adoptive father was. August is kind of like the warrior or soldier that cannot die. Sunai are the hardest monsters to kill, and he is one of the he is the biggest Sunai. Because in the last book, Isla had her throat cut by Sloane, and so her voice was her weapon, and now she no longer has a voice. But thankfully, we kind of got a new Sunai named Soro. It's kind of like a male and female. They couldn't really figure it out, so they just pronounce it as they and Soro. So there's another monster for a monster that was killed, aka Leo was killed in the last book by August, and Soro was kind of not revived because Soro is new. So he was born of this whole massacre that happened by this group of people from the north called the Fangs. The Fangs kind of serve Salone and all of the vampires. That's why they're called the Fangs. They wear these silver necklaces, or I guess collars, that make sure that vampires don't really kill them, because the Fangs are working for the vampires, or the Malachi. I don't know why I can't just call them the Malachi. I think it's because they're literally vampires, but they're called Malachi. It's kind of stressful. Anyway, so throughout this book, we kind of go through the point of view of August and Kate. Kate had gone back to Verity because she hunted the new monster there, and which new monster I'm talking about is kind of like the mirror monster that brings out anger. Because she saw this monster, she's now connected to it, so every time she slows her heart rate and breathes and thinks about it, she can track the monster, but the craziness in her head kind of expands more, so it's very rare for her to actually try to track the monster. Because Kate is such a hated person in the FTF in the South Side, kind of struggles getting to August, and Soro almost kills her first. And when August hears that Kate is there, he kind of comes to her rescue right about when Soro's about to kill her. Now that Kate and August are kind of united, they start to work together on trying to solve this war. But it's just really different for August and Kate in their relationship, because in the first book, August had tried to pretend to be human because he didn't really like that he was a monster. But in this book, he has totally accepted it, and he doesn't really show much emotion. And Kate is a little bit confused and kind of accuses him, what happened to you? Just keeps asking that question. So throughout the book, we kind of see August change back to that kind of human emotion, because something happens between them, and it's awesome. Wow, this non-spoiler section is literally 13 minutes long. I have a feeling it's gonna be a long book talk. So I'm pretty much gonna summarize up this whole book. There is now a war between the monsters and the humans, and August is running the human side because he is a Sunai. Kate was a monster hunter from a different town that then came back to warn August about the new monster that is spreading a disease called anger. Together they are fighting the monsters, but is making it very difficult because both Kate and August have changed, and so they now have to figure out how to get back to their old selves in order to make everything work. Wow, I could have just said that this entire time, but you know what? Oh well. I rated this book a 5 out of 5. I had a lot of emotions about it. The beginning of the book kind of it didn't interest me that much, but I was still interested because I love this series. But I think a couple chapters into the book, I really got invested in it, and I kind of just read it. Like I said, I rated this a 5 out of 5 because I had so much emotion about it. There were a lot of things that happened, and the beginning was a little slow, but the end was amazing. But it also made me cry, and I will be talking more about that in my spoilery section. So if you would like to keep watching and watch that, but if you are not watching the spoiler section and if you have not read this book, thank you so much for watching my video. Comment down below what book you're reading, or if you are getting excited to read this book, if you've read the first book. Just kind of comment anything you like this video, because you know what, I do like to do these videos a lot. I just need to figure out a better way to do them. And subscribe to my channel, because I will be doing more videos. I am starting to consistently upload, so it will be a little bit better than this past year. I like barely uploaded. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. And now for the people that are here for all the spoilery talk. Okay, you guys, I finished this last night. I literally cried so hard when Isla died and Kate died in a matter of like 5 pages. Like, what the hell? I didn't realize that like Isla was gonna die after she transformed into like her true form. Like, honestly, I was like, oh, she's so powerful. She's gonna transform and then she's gonna kill this monster and then she's gonna be great. But no, she died right afterwards. Like, so Isla wasn't that much. Like, she had a big part in this book, but not as, like, big of a part as I thought she was gonna have. And I think that's just because she didn't, like, talk as much. And I kind of thought her and Kate's relationship was gonna be, like, closer, but I guess not. They were pretty close in this book, I thought, but I thought they were gonna, like, kind of act like sisters more on, but Isla kind of acted more of a sister towards August, obviously, and so she would just kind of help Kate, like, this is what happened to August. Watch these videos. I'm trying to help you. Yeah, so that was really awkward. And can we just talk about the fact that Kate died? Like, are you serious? Kate died? I thought, especially with the monster inside of her, well, I guess the monster, like, disappeared when he died, or like when it died, but honestly, with the anger that the others had shown and that she hadn't shown, she should have been able to kill Alice very quickly with like that anger inside of her, and I just didn't understand why she didn't. That was just something I really didn't understand. I was reading through like the action parts between Alice and Kate, and I was like, why has Kate not killed her yet? Everyone else is on this verge of like literally killing everyone because they're like not their fear, I guess their anger is like radiated, so like nothing stops them. And Kate had let go and she still couldn't kill Alice. I didn't understand it. So I was really happy when like Kate obviously killed Alice, but the last sentence of that freaking chapter was Alice's hand tearing into Kate's heart. Like, excuse me, that's not okay. Let me find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm going to find it. Okay, this is the last sentence of that chapter. And Alice drove her hand into Kate's chest. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, why do you have to kill Kate? I hate it. Okay, I didn't hate Kate in the first book, but she wasn't my favorite character. But literally in the second book, I had grown so attached to her. Like, why did you have to kill her? Like, was that completely necessary? No, it was not necessary. I need to calm down a little bit because I'm just so heated about Isla and Kate dying. That was totally uncalled for. I'm not gonna lie, like I told you guys at the beginning of this video, I am doing a reading vlog right now. I started on Monday, it's currently Wednesday. I finished this book on Tuesday night, and I have 3 books picked out this week. I'm now on my second book, which is the second Harry Potter book. And I was like, halfway through this book, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just finish this and then immediately start reading the second one. I had to wait at least an hour to start reading the Harry Potter book because this ending had affected me so much. I was literally Snapchatting my friends, bawling angrily because I'm like, this is stupid. Main character should not die like this. Wow, I really need to calm down. This is crazy. Okay, so like you guys saw before, I rated this a 5 out of 5. I loved the character development. I loved that literally Kate and August had gotten a better connection, aka they were kissing and making out. It kind of sucks that like August had the ability to raise a soul out of a person by like that physical connection, which made me so mad because I feel like they actually would have started a relationship if that wasn't a thing. I was really happy that like it was a thing, but throughout like the entire book I was like, okay, I want them to be together. And then they were together, and then now they're gonna be together. This is like the 4th time I've told myself that I need to calm down. It's really sad. Okay, I need to collect myself. Just give me like 2 seconds. So I didn't really feel too strongly about like Henry Flynn being sick or whatever, because I don't think he was that much of an important character. Like, I didn't care for him too much. So I was okay that he was dying. I think the biggest issues I had with this book was that Kate and Isla died and August and Kate couldn't be together. So those are the only issues, but not issues I had with this book. Like I said, I still adored it, and I rated this a 5 out of 5. I don't remember what I did actually make a review on Goodreads. Hold on, I'll look it up on my computer because I'm using my phone. Okay, I found the comment. It was literally just, this book brought tears to my eyes, which, like I said, it did. I was probably crying for like a good 15 minutes straight, and then I kind of had to like take a few breathers, but it was just going crazy. So this is gonna be the end of my video, at least the spoiler section, which is actually pretty much the end of my video. So like I said, halfway through before the spoilers, like this video, comment down below what your thoughts were on this book. Try not to spoil too much for others that haven't read this book, but you know what? I'm good and open for a discussion. So if you want to talk about something in the comments, well, let's talk about it. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I am starting to upload consistently, so that's more exciting. And I'm starting to do different kinds of videos. Like I said, I'm doing a reading vlog this week instead of just one book. I was going to do a reading vlog of this one, but by the time I actually started my reading vlog, I was like 100 to 200 pages in, so I didn't think that was going to be a good video because I obviously had already started it. Like I said, subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time, guys. Bye!